So what I want to do now is I want to play this Antony Blinken statement because I want you to respond to it, and then we can talk a little bit about what has happened since this happened. You kind of teased it a little bit, but let's remind everyone what happened. So let's go. I'll jump into it now.
He also secretly runs the online platform African Stream across a wide range of social media platforms. Now, according to the outlet's website, African Stream is, and I quote, a pan-African digital media organization based exclusively on social media platforms, focusing on giving a voice to all Africans both at home and abroad. In reality, the only voice it gives is to Kremlin propagandists.
Okay, so really quickly, I just want to start by introducing that to those who don't know. He is the Secretary of State former Secretary of State for Joe Biden under the Democratic administration in the United States, who went to Africa 4 times, I think, during the last 4 years of Biden's one term. So just to give you guys a little bit of context, his role and some insight into him. Now, to you, Ahmed, when you first saw that, what was your first thought when you saw that particular press conference?
Disbelief.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who works for one of the main newspapers in the UK.
Yep.
So his job is to actually watch these things live and find out if there's anything interesting.
Yeah.
And he sent me quite an insensitive message.
Yeah.
Not meaning to be, but he just sent me the video clip and go, bro, be careful, you might get sanctioned. I was going to an Eritrean wedding. I was ironing my child. I was already late. My wife was like, come on, we gotta go. And then I saw this video. I called him up and I was like, bro, is this real? Is this AI? And he goes, I wouldn't play with your emotions like that. And my heart just sunk.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the most surreal thing to have ever happened to me. And God willing, it will be the most surreal thing. I don't want anything to be more surreal.
For sure.
This guy that I've seen on the TV that's been at that press events, you know, justifying the genocide. This guy that we talk so much about on African Stream, talking about my company, I set up. And this guy from Kings Norton, South Birmingham, I just couldn't believe it. So then I wish I did. I wish I told my wife, just tell them I can't come to this wedding.
Right.
Because at that wedding, imagine, you know what weddings like, all the small talk.
Yeah.
People are talking to me and I'm just like in just a different space.
Sure.
Just think,
Yeah.
and then I was in the UK at the time. We tried to go to the UK once a year for my son's birthday, so the grandparents could be there. It happened to be in the month of September when I launched African Stream. My son's born and all that. So I was in the UK. I wasn't with the team. Couldn't assure the team. It was just a disaster. And then you start thinking of everything. You start thinking, are people going to believe this shit?
Right.
Like, so all of that work, like sometimes 1 a.m. I'm checking stuff for the last 2.5 years. The first thing I do when I wake up is I check African Streams pages. The last thing I do before I go to sleep, there's always like a million things that goes behind every story that people don't know about. All of that hard work discredited like that.
Yeah.
Without a single example. So shock, disbelief, yeah, and then comes the floods of messages.
Yeah.
From like staff members wanting reassurance. Bro, it was a crazy time. It was a crazy. Then paranoia. I remember like driving a car, my friend, I'm thinking, is there someone following us? It just got to all sorts. And then the issue is, I've probably read, not more than anyone, I've probably read more about how the US has attacked people of influence more than anyone. So the paranoia that all of that information, now they're talking about you.
Yeah.
It's like anxiety, all sorts. But then, the audience really saved us because I was just like, yo, I came out here to make news. I didn't come out here to go to war with the US government. And then when I saw the audience's response and no one was buying that shit,
Yeah.
we did a response ourselves, just criticizing them, saying, you've called us Kremlin propagandists, you've not cited any examples, there's a long trajectory of this. What happened to Marcus Garvey in the UNIA? So what's happened to Patrice Lumumba, to who you called a Russian agent? There's a long trajectory in this, and we will not bow down, we will not cower.
Right.
And that got a good response. and that kind of energizes you for more. And then just start thinking, like, what I don't want to tempt them, but what do I have that they can take away?
Right.
The body deplatform my platform, like I've got my family. What can they do? It's a stage